Welcome back to the Coin Lover and Treasure Hunter. Today we're diving into the world of Washington quarter-dollar coins, and trust me, some of these quarters are worth serious big money. Most people see a quarter as just spare change, but collectors know that certain U.S. Washington quarters can be incredibly rare and valuable. In this video, I'll show you the most valuable Washington quarters from the United States of America, what makes them special, and how you can spot one yourself. So grab your coin collection, or check your pocket change and let's get started. First up, the Washington quarter-dollar coin from the year 1982 with the D mint mark made in the United States of America, and this coin is very interesting because 1982 was a special year in modern coin history when mint sets were not officially sold, which makes collectors pay closer attention to circulated examples. This coin features George Washington on the front and the eagle on the back, and the design has been used for many decades, making it one of the most recognized coins in American pockets and collections, and even people who are not collectors often remember this coin from daily use during the late 20th century. The 1982 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, and the D mint mark can be found on the front of the coin just to the right of Washington hair ribbon, and during this time quarters were made from a copper-nickel clad composition with an outer layer of copper-nickel and a solid copper core, and this composition replaced silver quarters in the mid-1960s, making these coins affordable for circulation, while still being durable and visually appealing, and millions of these coins were produced for everyday use. In fine condition, the 1982 D Washington quarter shows moderate wear across the high points of the design, such as Washington hair and cheek, and the eagle chest and wing feathers on the reverse, but the main details are still clear and readable, and the word Liberty and the date remain strong and bold. And fine condition is considered a lower circulated grade, yet it is still collectible, especially for people building date and mint mark sets who want an honest example that shows history and real circulation. When it comes to value, the 1982 D quarter in fine condition is generally worth only a small premium over face value, often ranging from $1 to $3 depending on eye appeal and demand. And while this may not sound exciting, it is important to understand that modern coins gain value slowly over time, and collectors appreciate coins like this for their role in completing sets and for representing a unique year when official mint sets were absent. One reason collectors pay attention to the 1982 D quarter is because of known varieties such as the small d and large D mint mark variations, and these differences came from changes in minting tools during the year. And while most fine condition examples will be common, the possibility of discovering a scarcer variety adds excitement and encourages collectors to closely examine their coins using magnification and careful lighting. The historical background of the Washington quarter adds depth to this coin, as the design was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, and it was originally intended as a one-year commemorative, but public approval led to its permanent adoption, and by 1982 the design had already become a symbol of American currency stability and everyday life, and this long legacy makes even common dates meaningful. Collectors who focus on circulated coins often enjoy the story behind each piece, and a fine-condition 1982 D quarter may have passed through countless hands, vending machines, cash registers, and wallets, and it may have been used during important moments in American history such as economic changes, technological growth, and cultural shifts, and holding such a coin can feel like holding a small piece of lived history. Proper storage is still important even for coins in fine condition, and keeping the coin in a cardboard flip or a protective sleeve can prevent further wear and environmental damage, and avoiding moisture and extreme temperatures helps preserve the remaining details. And while cleaning the coin might seem tempting, it is strongly discouraged because cleaning can reduce value and damage the natural surface of the coin. For new collectors, the 1982 D Washington quarter is an excellent educational coin because it teaches grading mint marks, composition, and historical context without requiring a large financial investment, and it encourages patience, observation, and appreciation for everyday objects that often go unnoticed, and many experienced collectors began their journey with similar common coins found in pocket change. In conclusion, the 1982 D Washington quarter-dollar coin in fine condition may not be rare or highly valuable, but it carries significance through its history, its minting circumstances, and its role in American daily life, and it represents an accessible entry point into coin collecting while still offering learning opportunities, variety hunting, and historical appreciation, making it a coin worth understanding and respecting for what it represents rather than just what it is worth. Next up, the Washington quarter-dollar coin from the year 1987 with the P mint mark is a fascinating piece of United States of America coinage history, and it represents a continuation of the long-running Washington quarter series that first began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, and by the time 1987 arrived the coin had already become a deeply familiar object in everyday American life appearing in pockets, wallets, cash registers, and vending machines across the nation, and even though it was common, it still carried artistic, historical, and collectible importance for coin collectors, historians, and casual hobbyists alike. The obverse design of the 1987 Washington Quarter shows the left-facing portrait of George Washington, which was originally designed by sculptor John Flanagan, and this design was based on a bust created by Jean-Antoine Houdon, and Washington is shown with strong classical features symbolizing leadership, strength, and the founding ideals of the country, and the inscriptions include the name George Washington, the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust," and the mint mark P indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which by this time had resumed using mint marks after many years of not placing them on coins. The reverse side of the quarter displays the heraldic eagle with wings spread wide holding a bundle of arrows which symbolize strength and readiness, while olive branches represent peace, and this powerful imagery reflects national unity and defense, and above the eagle are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, while below appears the denomination quarter dollar, and the design remained unchanged during this period, making the 1987 issue part of a long, consistent visual tradition that collectors appreciate for its stability and recognizability. In terms of metal composition, the 1987 P Washington Quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad structure with an outer layer of copper-nickel alloy bonded to a pure copper core, and this composition was introduced in 1965 to replace the earlier silver quarters, and the total weight of the coin is about 5 2/3 grams with a diameter of approximately 24 millimeters and a reeded edge. And while it contains no precious metal value, its worth lies in its condition, demand, and historical context. When discussing condition, the term fine condition refers to a coin that has seen moderate circulation but still retains clear major design elements and readable lettering, and on a fine-grade Washington Quarter, the portrait of Washington will show wear, especially on the hair and cheek, while the eagle feathers on the reverse will be flattened but still visible, and the rim will be mostly intact though not sharp, and this level of preservation is common for circulated coins from the 1980s and makes the coin accessible to beginner collectors. The value of a 1987 P Washington Quarter in fine condition is generally modest, and most examples are worth face value or slightly above face value depending on market interest and collector demand, and typically such a coin may be valued at around 25 to 50 cents in the general coin market, though in bulk sales or rolls it may simply be treated as spendable currency, and only coins in higher grades, such as uncirculated or those with rare errors, command significantly higher prices. Despite its low monetary value, the educational and historical value of the 1987 P Quarter is meaningful because it reflects a time in American history marked by economic change, technological growth, and global political shifts, and these coins were used daily by millions of people during that era, making them small but powerful artifacts of everyday life, and collectors often enjoy assembling date and mint mark sets which include this coin as an essential component of a complete Washington Quarter collection. There are also error varieties that collectors look for among 1987 P Quarters, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or improperly clad planchets, and while these errors are rare, they can dramatically increase the value of the coin, and finding such an example in circulation can be exciting for collectors and treasure hunters alike, and this possibility keeps interest alive even in otherwise common coins and encourages people to examine their change more closely. From a subscription and collecting perspective, many collectors choose to follow coin collecting channels, magazines, or online services that provide updates on coin values, grading tips, and historical insights, and including a 1987 P Washington Quarter in educational content helps new collectors learn about grading standards, mint marks, and the difference between face value and collectible value, and it also serves as a gateway coin that introduces people to the broader world of numismatics. In conclusion, the Washington Quarter Dollar coin from 1987 with the P mint mark in fine condition may not be rare or expensive, but it holds lasting importance as part of a historic series that spans generations and reflects American culture, art, and commerce, and its accessibility makes it ideal for beginners, while its history makes it interesting for seasoned collectors, and by understanding its design, composition, condition, and value, anyone can appreciate this humble yet iconic piece of United States of America coinage history. Thanks for watching.